Everyone. The December 16th, 2025 meeting of the Ways and Means Committee will now come to order. Will the clerk please read the roll?
Ms. Barnhart. Ms. Barnhart is present. Ms. Bartholomew McCoy.
Here.
Ms. Bartholomew McCoy is present. Mr. Baines is excused. Mr. Brew is excused. Mr. Colby is excused. Mr. Dondorfer. Mr. Dondorfer is present. Mr. Keller. Mr. Keller is present. Chairman Mofucci.
Here.
Chairman Mofucci is present. Ms. Smith. Ms. Smith is present. Ms. Vasquez Simmons. Ms. Vasquez Simmons is present. Mr. Udelson. Mr. Udelson is present.
Are there any speakers signed up for the public forum?
There is not.
Is there anyone here who would like to address the committee at this time? The next item on the agenda is the approval of minutes. You have the minutes from the December 4th, 2025 meeting before you. They will stand approved unless the clerk is notified of any changes by the end of the day. I missed something. Will Legislator Dondorfer please lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance?
I was wondering if you.
Wow.
In the States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Well, I am glad that the committee chairman controls the agenda, so sorry about that. The next item on the agenda, wait a minute, did I read the approval of the minutes on yet? I think I did.
You did. Yeah.
The next item on the agenda is new business. Mr. Clerk.
Mr. Chairman, I move that we consider the agenda as a whole with the exception of items number 391, 436, and 439.
Moved by Legislator Udelson, seconded by Legislator Dondorfer. Is there any discussion? All those in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Item carries. Next item.
We should be on referral 25-0391, amend the 2026-2031 capital improvement program and the 2026 capital budget to add a project entitled Baggage System Improvements at the Frederick Douglass Greater Rochester International Airport, authorize financing for the project, and authorize a contract with CNS Engineers for design services.
Second.
Moved by Legislator Udelson, seconded by Legislator Vasquez Simmons. Is there any discussion? Legislator Barnhart.
Yes, thank you, Chairman. Through the chair to the administration, over the last couple years, I know that legislators have received complaints about the length of time it would take them to retrieve their baggage after they got off their flights. And we were told at least once that a big issue was staffing and with contractors. And I'm curious if this new system, which seems like a great opportunity, will address that issue or if that was a separate issue and if it's been solved.
Through the chair, Andy Moore, Director of Aviation for the airport. A little bit of both to answer the legislator's question. First, I just would like to point out that the airlines are solely responsible for the baggage handling of their passengers, both going on the plane and then coming off the plane. That is not a function of airport operations. But as the legislator said, a lot of times we end up taking the heat from the public because it's the airport. So I understand that, and I appreciate that. We're trying to address that better. We're not responsible for staffing of the airline's employees. Most airline employees now, and this is across the country, are subcontractors. So your core career airline employee, you just don't see that at airports across the country anymore. So that's added a little bit of a dynamic to customer service, to be perfectly honest with you. But to answer the other part of your question, yes, this project will certainly address some of the mechanical issues of the infrastructure with the baggage claim, the 4 baggage claims on the public side, the baggage makeup area, the 7 claims on the secured side that the public doesn't see, but that's behind the scenes. On systems that are 35 years old, going back to 1989, the original construction of the airport. And so it will definitely help with the mechanical issues that we've run into and reduce those moving forward.
Thank you so much for explaining all of that. I yield.
Is there any other discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Item carries. Next item.
Referral 25-0436, amend the 2026-2031 capital improvement program and the 2026 capital budget to add a project entitled probation body worn cameras and less than lethal devices and authorize financing for the project.
Moved by legislator Udelson, seconded by legislator Vasquez Simmons. Is there any discussion? Legislator Barnhart.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Through the chair to the administration. Probation officers are not exactly the same as law enforcement officers. Some of them have a social work background, and a lot of their work does involve having discussions with people on probation about how their lives are going, how rehabilitation is going, personal things. So I'm just wondering, what privacy guidelines have you developed about these cameras for those types of situations, which are probably a big part of the job of many of your officers?
Through the chair, Christine Durante, Chief Probation Officer. The body worn cameras are going to be used for field work that we do in the field, going to home visits, doing different details with other law enforcement agencies. They are not going to be used for in-office reporting.
Through the chair to the administration, but will there be, even home visits, work visits can involve not only personal, intimate conversations, but also third parties who could be recorded without their consent. What guidelines are going to be in place to make sure that people's privacy is protected?
Through the chair, we have policy that models the state accreditation guidance that for body worn cameras. Also, the footage is not disseminated to the public in any way. It is for us, or if we're affecting our duties as peace officers, that we need to have that to protect ourselves and the public.
I would just like to explain my vote. I am a very tentative yes on this. And I guess through the chair, I do have one final question. Through the chair to the administrator, if you could provide us with those privacy guidelines that you just referenced before we vote in the full legislature meeting, I would really appreciate it. So back to explaining my vote. I am a tentative yes here. I would like to see those privacy guidelines. I can absolutely see the reason to have these cameras in certain situations, but I'm extremely concerned that a large amount of probation work is not appropriate for recording. So thank you.
I have a quick follow-up question. Is the video foilable?
Through the chair, each FOIL request is evaluated on a case-by-case basis, and if there are any privacy issues, the video can be redacted if deemed appropriate.
Thank you. I'm glad that's true. Thank you very much. Any other discussion? Legislator Bartholomew McCoy.
Yes, through the chair to the administration, how many pieces of equipment will this funding allow us to purchase?
Through the chair, we are purchasing 30 units that will be shared amongst officers throughout the department.
Thank you. I yield.
Any other discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Next item.
Referral 25-0439, authorize an appropriation transfer and resolution and subaward grant amendments pursuant to the American Rescue Plan Act, ARPA.
Moved by legislator Udelson, seconded by legislator Vasquez Simmons. Is there any discussion? Legislator Smith.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Through the chair to the administration, did Pittsford Ambulance give a reason as to why they will be unable to spend the funds allocated to them?
Thank you through the chair. Yes, they were not able to get to their incoming class, and so their classes took a little while to get on-ramped, and so the most recent class getting up and started. So they knew that they weren't going to spend that money by the deadline.
Thank you. And through the chair to the administration, how was Food League chosen to receive the money Pittsford Ambulance was unable to expend? And were any potential subrecipients considered?
Yes, it's all dictated by who has already been allocated the funds through the ARPA agreement or limited by those who were committed to before the deadline in December 2025. Or 2044, my mistake.
Through the chair to the administration, are there any other subrecipients that have indicated that they will not be able to spend all their money allocated to them?
We're working with each of the grantees as through the chair, we're working with each of the grantees as we speak. And so as we're going through the budgeting period and we get that information back to us, we'll be reporting out as we see it. Currently, grantees are submitting their FY 2026 budgets and getting those approved through law and finance. So when that information is available and we know more, we'll be able to report out.
Thank you. I yield the floor.
Any other discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Item carries. Are there any other matters to come before this committee? Seeing none, there being no other matters, the December 16th, 2025 meeting of the Ways and Means Committee stands adjourned. The next meeting of the Ways and Means Committee will be held on Tuesday, January 27th, 2026 at 6 p.m. Everyone have a wonderful, wonderful holiday season. See you in January.